What is up, guys? How you guys are doing? Hope you guys having a great Friday. And it's been a minute since I have done a Blu-ray collection. I have done my Blu-ray collection, my first video, back in January of 2017, 2 years ago. And it's been a long while since I've done an update video on my Blu-ray collection. And time has passed, bought some new movies between 2017 and now. And I decided, hey, 2019 is almost over, we're halfway through it, and might as well talk about some movies that I have that I've shown in my previous video, and I'd like to talk about some movies in this video that I probably haven't discussed before on my channel, maybe not, I don't know. But without further ado, let's get started. Alright, for the first set of Blu-rays, I have 8 Mile, great Eminem movie, love the soundtrack, love the acting, great movie, phenomenal. Love 8 Mile. 10 Things I Hate About You, one of my favorite movies of the 90s, one of my favorite high school movies of the 90s, and one of my favorite high school movies in general. Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles have great chemistry in this movie. Also, a very young Joseph Gordon-Levitt, too. Another Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie, 500 Days of Summer. Great romantic comedy. Dun, 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 dun. 2001: A Space Odyssey, one of the greatest movies of all time, one of my favorite sci-fi movies. The one and only Aladdin. The one and only Aladdin. Alien Anthology. You guys gonna give me hate for this, but the Amazing Spider-Man films, guys, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I really do enjoy this movie. Sorry, not sorry. But hey, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, you guys could be crap for that, but I don't care. Also, Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp, very underrated movies in the MCU. These movies are tons of fun, and I really hope we get a third movie because I just love Ant-Man. He's awesome. And the Wasp 2 is great. I can't wait to see more of her in the MCU. The complete series of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love this series so much. One of my favorite animated series of all time. A great, phenomenal series. And M. Night Shyamalan, screw you. Screw you. And these movies need no introduction. Like, I mean, the second one, yeah, but like, 1, Infinity War, and of course, Endgame. Awesome. Like, I don't even need to like gush over how much I love those movies. With the exception of 2, Age of Ultron. 1.21 gigawatts! Back to the Future trilogy. I love the first one, like Back to the Future 2. Part 3 was okay, but still enjoyable movie. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Love the first one. 2 was a guilty pleasure, but hey, screw it. And we got the Batmans. Ooh, almost dropped it. Got the Batmans here. 89, classic. Returns, underrated. Yeah, I own it. Yeah. Batman Begins, phenomenal. Dark Knight, no explanation needed. And Dark Knight Rises, great movie, has some issues with it, but hey, it's a Dark Knight Rises. And if those are your question why I don't own Batman and Robin, actually you guys shouldn't be questioning that, because who would own that piece of crap? Who? Kinda sorta more Batman stuff with Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition, the one that should have been released in theaters. The one and only Beauty and the Beast. I'm gonna say that with all the Disney animated movies I own, because these live action remakes. No, honey, no. Beetlejuice. I love me some Beetlejuice. Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie Murphy classic. Big. Love Big. I love Big. Big Hero 6, underrated Disney movie. Very underrated. Well, that's just your opinion, man. Big Lebowski, one of the greatest comedies of all time. Love this movie. Big Trouble in Little China, yeah. Kurt Russell classic, love this movie, great 80s, fun. Love Big Trouble in Little China. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther. One of the greatest movies in the MCU. Love me some Black Panther. And Blade 1, 2, and unfortunately Trinity. I'm looking forward to see what the MCU will do with Blade. I mean, like, this character is badass, and people should give the first one a lot more credit, especially since they say Black Panther was the first black superhero movie. I'm like, but did y'all forget about Blade? Did y'all forget about him? But other than that, love Blade. The first two, Trinity sucks. Also more Blade, but not Wesley Snipes Blade, but Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. Great sci-fi movies. One of my favorites. And we got the Captain Americas here. Oh, the 1990 version. Oh boy. And of course the Captain America trilogy. One of the best superhero movie trilogies. Captain Marvel, of course. A lot of people give Captain Marvel crap, but I like it. Castaway. Wilson! Wilson! And of course you guys knew these were coming. Since if you guys know me and you know my love for this franchise, well, with the exception of two movies, but Child's Play is the Scream Factory version. And of course, the other movies, including the first film. I mean, I talked about these movies so many times on my channel, so I don't need to say anything else about these films. The Crow, I actually watched this for the first time all the way through the other night, actually. Really well made movie. I really do enjoy The Crow a lot. I'm not familiar with the source material, but watching this movie, I'm like, wow, that is a darn good movie. Like, how it's well directed, it was well shot, it's visually stunning, it's stylish. Everything about this movie was just like so visually pleasing. And yeah, great movie. I love The Crow. And rest in peace, Brandon Lee. Such a tragedy what happened to him. Good Lord, is that Velvet? Coming to America, one of my favorite comedies from the 80s, and one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies. Probably my favorite of his, probably. But I'm looking forward to the sequel. Hope the sequel is good. Please be good. Please. Here is the, I guess, Tom Cruise triple feature. You have Collateral, Days of Thunder, and The Firm. Yep, can't go wrong with Tom Cruise. Can't go wrong. Daredevil, the director's cut. This movie sucks, but the director's cut ain't too bad. It ain't, but I own it, so whatever. Deadpool 1 and 2, and I hope the MCU don't sugarcoat him. Please, Deadpool needs to be stayed rated R. PG-13, I mean, I guess, but come on, it's Deadpool. It's Deadpool. Don't make Deadpool PG-13. Deep Impact, own it just because, honestly. The Departed, one of my favorite Scorsese movies, probably my favorite Scorsese movies. Let's see here. Die Hard quadrilogy of all 4 movies, but I believe there is a 5th movie. I think. I'm not completely sure. You guys let me know if there's a 5th Die Hard movie. Let me know. Django Unchained, one of my favorite Tarantino movies. And Doctor Strange, one of my favorite movies in the MCU, and a very underrated film. Love Doctor Strange. You guys know I love this franchise, and the series, and just everything about it, but all 9 seasons of Dragon Ball Z, including the movies Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, yeah, I don't need to explain anything more about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball in general. Dumb and Dumber and The Mask, Jim Carrey double feature, love these movies. Dumb and Dumber 2. Haven't seen this in a while. Might rewatch it one day. I don't know. Dunkirk. Honestly, haven't watched this since theaters, honestly. So, there's Dunkirk, Live, Die, Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow, or whatever you want to call it, honestly. But it's Edge of Tomorrow. Edward Scissorhands. After you got a chance to experience this movie in the theaters the other night, and man, did this movie look great in the theater, man. Empire Records, one of my favorite 90s movies. E.T. Found How. E.T. Evil Dead 1 and 2. Unfortunately, I do not own Army of Darkness, unfortunately. The Faculty, another good 90s movie. And Tim Story's Fantastic Four. Probably the best Fantastic Four movie we're ever gonna get, but hey, I own it. Gnarly, man. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I need to work on my impressions, honestly. Bueller. One of my favorite movies of the 80s. Love Ferris Bueller so much. Garbage! Ah! Sorry for my bad Chris Tucker impression, but The Fifth Element. Love The Fifth Element so much. This is like one of those movies where you either love it or you hate it, but I can understand both. Because this movie is just so absurd. But hey, I love The Fifth Element, so yeah. And I broke the rule. Fight Club. Broke the rule already. Broke the rule. Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. I actually rewatched Finding Dory the other day. Not as great as I remember it being, honestly. I do think at times this is an unnecessary sequel. Like, Finding Nemo was just perfect, but did we really need a sequel, honestly, to Finding Nemo? I mean, Finding Dory felt like a filler movie, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. It's not a bad movie, of course. It's not bad, but like, it just wasn't really needed. Wasn't really needed. Like, Finding Nemo was just perfect, honestly. But run, Forrest, run! Forrest Gump, classic Forrest Gump. Frankenweenie. Ooh, and I dropped it. Oh, I picked that up. Oh yeah. Friday, Menace to Society, and Set It Off. Great movies. Another great movie, Get Out. Great movie. I should pick up Us. On Blu-ray, since that's on there. Or 4K or whatever. The one and only Ghost in the Shell. And Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Hopefully 2020 will be great. I hope the third movie will be great, because 2016... I don't want to think about that movie, to be honest with you, but Ghostbusters 1 and 2. 2 gets a lot of crap, but I really do enjoy 2, but of course the first one is a classic. Are you not entertained? Gladiator. Love Gladiator. One of my favorite movies of all time. Russell Crowe at his best. You come to me today. Godfather trilogy. Finally picked these movies up on Blu-ray, because I've been needed to get these movies for the longest. Well, the first two, because the first two are masterpieces. The third one is not bad. I mean, not great either, but I mean, to complete the trilogy, yeah, but like, it's okay. Godzilla double feature, some good cheesy Godzilla goodness right here. And 2014 version. Might get King of the Monsters one day, if I can. Gone Girl, one of my favorite Fincher movies. Good Will Hunting. Love Good Will Hunting. Probably my favorite performance of Robin Williams in his entire career. May he rest in peace. Rest in peace, Robin, because you definitely defined my childhood. Well, one of these movies are related, but I decided to bundle these into 3. Goonies, Gremlins, and Gremlins 2. Love all 3 of these movies. Yes, Gremlins 2 is great. Gremlins 2 is great. We should get a third movie, guys. We should get a Gremlins 3. Because, I mean, like, the Gremlins movies, they're so fun and great. And I'm not sure if we're going to get a third movie or not. I'm hearing we're getting a reboot of some sort. I don't know, but I would like to get a third movie. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1 and 2. I prefer the first one over Volume 2. Volume 2 wasn't bad, but I felt like it was very much of a letdown compared to the first movie. They really overdid it with the jokes in this movie. But Volume 1 was great. Love Volume 1. It's in my top 5 of my favorite MCU films. Halloween, the original, classic. Love the original Halloween. Happy Feet, childhood. Love Happy Feet so much. Um, the complete Harry Potter collection on 4K. I'm not sure if I'm going to rebuy the Fantastic Beasts movies because honestly don't really care for those movies all that much, but I'm just fine with the Harry Potter movies. These are the only movies I really need in this franchise that I love so dearly. So yeah, that's with Harry Potter. Heat. I might rewatch this movie one day because I remember watching it and not really understanding it because I was younger, but actually looking forward to rewatching this movie one day. But bundle these into two. Hellboy 1 and 2. And no, I did not watch the 2019 version because I had no interest watching it. We should have got a third movie instead. But hey, whatever. Home Alone 1 and 2. Childhood movies. I watched Home Alone 2. I will admit I watched this more than the first movie. But of course, I love the first movie. I love this movie. I just love both in general. Even though 2 gets a lot of crap. But hey, I love it. Hook. Robin Williams classic. Just miss that man so much. Now we bundle these into 3. How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. One of the greatest animated films of all time. Like, all 3 of these movies are perfect. I cannot pick which one is my favorite because all these 3 movies are just great. So I can't pick. If you make me pick between these 3, it's like suicide, honestly. I just can't. Howard the Duck. All-time guilty pleasure. And another terrible Marvel movie, Ang Lee's Hulk. Okay, let's not continue to talk about terrible movies. Inception, one of my favorite movies of all time. Love Inception. And the Good Hulk movie is probably the best one we're ever going to get for a while. The Incredible Hulk. And also one of the most underrated movies in the MCU. Because I really enjoyed The Incredible Hulk a lot. Speaking of Incredibles. The Incredibles 1 and 2. 2, finally we got a sequel 14 years later. Not as great as the first movie, but hey, we're the sequel, I'll say. And the Indiana Jones quadrilogy, all 4 movies. Raiders classic, Temple of Doom is good, has problems. Last Crusade is great, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, yeah. Inglourious Basterds is one of my favorite Tarantino movies, and probably his best written movie next to Pulp Fiction. Iron Giant, childhood, love the Iron Giant. The Iron Man trilogy, the first one started it all, kicked off the MCU. And without Robert Downey Jr., without his performance and his charisma as Tony Stark, we would not have the MCU. And man, oh man, oh man, he had a perfect send-off. 2, and 3, good, up until that stupid Mandarin twist. The 90s It miniseries. It, cannot wait for Chapter 2. It looks great, cannot wait for that movie. Jaws. Love Jaws. Jumanji, the original. Don't really care for Welcome to the Jungle, to be honest with you. I mean, that's the only Jumanji I need. The live-action Jungle Book remake is probably the only Disney live-action remake I legitimately like. Pete's Dragon I thought was okay, but this one I thought was actually considered to be good. The other Disney live-action movies, I don't want to think about, honestly. And the Jurassic Park quadrilogy. And no, I'm not buying Fallen Kingdom. I am not. Honestly, I can't do it anymore with that movie. I can't. Wax on, wax off. The Karate Kid, 80s classic. I love The Karate Kid. Oop. And my thing just fell. Also, one of my favorite Tarantino movies, because Tarantino is the GOAT. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. Love these movies. I prefer Volume 2 though. If you guys seen my review. Killer Clown from Outer Space. Booyah! I love that movie. Love Killer Clown from Outer Space. I don't care what anybody says. The Peter Jackson King Kong movie is my favorite adaptation of the King Kong lore or whatever. But I just love that version of King Kong. Kingsman Secret Service. Love this movie. Sequel, a huge letdown. the Lego movie and Lego Batman movie. I should buy the Lego movie 2 one day, the second part one day, I don't know. But it was a good movie. I didn't really love it the first one, but it was good enough. Lethal Weapon quadrilogy, great movies. Fourth one, but the other three, the first three are great. Love the first three. The one and only Lilo and Stitch. Disney, don't do a live action version of Lilo and Stitch. Just don't. Speaking of Disney live action remakes with these next 2 movies, this is The Lion King. This is The Lion King. Not this photorealistic crap that's out in theater that made over $1 billion for. Just the definition of a cash grab. Like, this was already perfect. This was already perfect. Okay, enough ranting. Oh, this is also getting a live action remake, but Little Mermaid, the only Little Mermaid, Disney, no more live action remakes. No more. Here we have the Middle Earth collection, the Hobbit trilogy, and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The Hobbit movies are good. I mean, I could do without them, honestly. I mean, Desolation of Smaug is my favorite. Unexpected Journey is good. Battle of the Five Armies doesn't hold up very well, to be honest with you, and kind of a mediocre finale. But yeah, the Hobbit trilogy, I have those. Of course, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. One of the greatest inventions, one of the greatest piece of cinema ever. Yep, Lord of the Rings trilogy. Lost Boys, my favorite vampire movie. Love the Lost Boys. The Mad Max quadrilogy. Got the original, Road Warrior, Beyond Thunderdome, and Fury Road. And I'm looking forward to more Mad Max movies in the future. Future, because these movies take place in the future. Anyway, my jokes are bad. Meh of Steel. Notice how I said meh of Steel, because I don't know about Man of Steel. I just don't know. And the Matrix trilogy. The first one, only one that really mattered to me, honestly, and the other 2 are just like fan fiction. I mean, they were where they were, I guess. But this movie is so fetch. Mean Girls. Love Mean Girls. Love this movie. Alright guys, let's talk about some movies about Tom Cruise running and doing crazy stuff. The Mission Impossible movies, and basically the last 3 movies are one of the greatest action movies of all time. Like, they get better and better and better and better. It's crazy. Another Robert Williams classic, may he rest in peace, Mrs. Doubtfire. Rewatched this the other day. Love this movie so much. The Never Ending Story. If you watch Stranger Things Season 3, you guys know what's up. Nightmare on Elm Street collection. The first one's a classic. 3 I love as well. 4 I also like. New Nightmare is good, but anything else after that, and all the rest, I just don't really care for it. But Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And I don't know why I own this movie on the road. I just don't know why, but I own it. Predator trilogy, all 3 Predator movies, not including the reboot because I don't want to own that, but all 3 movies. The first one's a classic, the rest, My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Princess Bride, classic. A Psycho. One of my favorite psychological thrillers ever. And one of my favorite movies of all time, Pulp Fiction. And A Quiet Place. Cannot wait for the sequel. Ready Player One, the ultimate fanboy movie right here. Requiem for a Dream. I recommend you watch this movie once if you haven't seen this movie, because this movie will destroy you. Really. Reservoir Dogs. And of course one of my favorite Tarantino movies, because he never made a bad movie. Even though I don't own Jackie Brown, it's not my favorite, but whatever, you guys see my reviews, but yeah. And I'm just gonna say this right now, Disney, we don't need no more of these movies. We don't. This trilogy was perfect. It ended it perfectly. So why are we getting more apes movies? hope they won't be bad or anything, but we don't need no more. Anyways, RoboCop, the original. I love this movie. And Rocky movies, including Creed. Unfortunately, I don't own Creed 2. But I will get it one day, though. But the Rocky movies right here, classics. Creed is a great, like, modern telling of the franchise or whatever. A great spin-off movie, I would say. The Rush Hour trilogy. I heard they're making a 4th movie. I really hope that's good. I really hope so, because I really loved the first 2. 3, yeah, it was what it was, honestly. And The Sandlot. Classic. Okay, man, I just realized, just looking at all these piles of Blu-rays, I realized I have a lot than I thought I did. Whew. But let's get through this. Say Anything, another 80s classic. Another 80s classic, Scarface. The Scream Quadrilogy. Yeah, Scream Quadrilogy right here. 7. Shawshank Redemption. Here, Johnny! The Shining. Shrek 1 and 2. Only ones worth owning. The Simpsons movie. South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Yep, here. May the Shores be with you! Spaceballs. And one of my favorite 80s movies of all time. This movie's a classic. I love this movie so much. Every time I watch it, we'll never get tired of it. But 16 Candles. Guys, don't judge me. I love 16 Candles so much. But let's talk about some Spider-Man for a bit. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy right here. First one, good. Spider-Man 2 is one of the best superhero movies of all time. And 3, we do not talk about 3. Spider-Man Homecoming. Great MCU movie, and Spider-Man needed to be the MCU because that movie was just so great. I love Far From Home, love Homecoming, cannot wait to see more MCU Spider-Man. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, my favorite Spider-Man movie. Childhood, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, love Spirit. And another 80s classic, Stand By Me. Stand By Me. Love this movie so much. And unfortunately, we do live in a world where you cannot love one, where you had to choose one or the other. You can't love both, but hey, I'm just gonna break the rule, guys. I love both franchises so much, but the original Star Trek series, the original series, complete series, the original Star Trek movies. I don't own the complete series of Next Generation. One day I will, but to make it up for it, the Next Generation movies, even though First Contact is the only good one out of these. And the Kelvin Timeline trilogy. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a 4th movie, but I think the Tarantino one, if he's going to make that one, will be the 4th movie. I don't know, but these movies were so much, these movies are just so good. Even though I do have a lot of problems with Into Darkness, but 2009 and beyond are just so great. Now switching over from Star Trek to Star Wars, the Star Wars prequel trilogy. A lot of people said so many crap about this trilogy, so I'm not going to say anything new or add anything new to the table. So, yeah, with the exception of Revenge of the Sith being good. Rogue One, the original trilogy, The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi. I'm looking forward to Rise of Skywalker, of course, seeing that opening night. And I believe there is a Han Solo movie, I think. I believe so, I'm not sure, but you guys let me know if there's a Han Solo movie. I'm not completely sure. Alright guys, there's a huge pile on my floor of Blu-rays. I mean, it's amazing, but wow. Wow. But stuck on you on this movie just because, honestly. The true Superman trilogy, Superman 1, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, and Superman Returns, which I like Superman Returns more than Man of Steel. Sorry, not sorry. I will find you, and I will kill you. Taken. One of the best action movies of all time. Disney, don't you dare. Don't you, even though we had the one in 2016, a live action movie from Fox, but don't you dare. Don't touch this. Don't. You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Love Taxi Driver. The original 4 Ninja Turtles movies. The first one I love. 2 is good fun. 3 we don't talk about. And TMNT, the 2007 movie, it's very underrated. And since I love me some Ninja Turtles, yeah. Yeah. I have no words for those movies, honestly, I just don't. Terminator 1 and 2. Only movies we need, honestly. Dark Fate, please be good. Please be good. Let's please be good. Alright, we got a couple more to go, guys, so let's get through this. There's Something About Mary, one of my favorite romantic comedies. John Carpenter's The Thing, classic. Classic. The Thor trilogy, of course, Ragnarok is the best. The other 2 were good. Yes, Dark World has a lot of issues. That's everybody's least favorite. Everybody hates that movie, but I just watch these movies, honestly. But Ragnarok is where it's at. Yeah. Oh, Lord, a lot of movies. Top Gun, I'm looking forward to the sequel. Man, oh man. Total Recall. Yeah, it's one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. And it's quadrilogy now, but Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. 4 was a great send-off, even though this movie ended things perfectly. If we did not have Toy Story 4, this is like the perfect ending to like everything. But since we have a 4th movie, since we've seen that, we know what happened. Yeah, I guess you could say everything's wrapped up, but hey, Toy Story trilogy, one of my favorites. Well, even though it's now called a quadrilogy. Yeah, because Toy Story 4 is out. Okay, I'll shut up about Toy Story now. Trading Places, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, 80s classic. Transformers the movie. Haven't seen Bumblebee, heard great things about it. Watch that one day, but this is my definitive Transformers movie right here. Yep, got that. Venom. Perfect background movie. It's not a terrible movie, honestly, but yeah, it's Venom. But it's way better than Spider-Man 3, though. Way better. Wally. Wally, classic. I mean, 11 years. I guess you could say it's a classic. Whatever. Wait World, party time, excellent, do. I love Wayne's World 1. Wayne's World 2, not as great as the first movie, not really all that good, but hey, whenever I watch the first one, I might watch the second one afterwards, depending on how I feel. But the first one is just all I need, to be honest with you. But yeah, Wayne's World 2 is not a bad movie, but just the first one is just so hilarious. Whiplash, one of my favorite movies of all time. Wolf of Wall Street, one of my favorite Scorsese movies. Watched that the other night. Fantastic. And Wonder Woman. So far, the best movie in the DCEU. Love Wonder Woman. Alright, let's talk about some X-Men for a bit. Fox, you screwed up. I'll say that first off. But X-Men movies, X-Men 1, X2, Last Stand, First Class, The Wolverine, Days of Future Past, Theatrical, and Road Cut. As a matter of fact, I'll just show off all these movies instead of just guys showing you the spine. X-Men 1, start to the comic book movie genre. X-Men 2, one of the best comic book movies of all time. Last Stand, way better than some Dark Phoenix, but it doesn't change the fact that this is a mediocre movie. First Class, a great breath of fresh air to the franchise. The Wolverine, way better than that. Was there a Wolverine movie before this? I think so. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. X-Men Days of Future Past, Theatrical, and Road Cut. X-Men Apocalypse. And Logan. What a way to send off a character. This should have been the final film in the X-Men franchise that Fox produced. And last, and most certainly not least, Zootopia. Oh, and Lord, those are all my Blu-rays. And I'm looking at my room right now. I see floors and my bed full of Blu-ray, and wow, guys, I just realized how many Blu-rays I got. It's crazy. But now it's gonna take me a while to put these all on the shelf in alphabetical order. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. This was fun. And if you guys like this video, if you're new to my channel or whatever, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.